Welcome back to the Stovetop. As some of you may already know, my director and I took a vacation to Hawaii a few months ago. We visited 3 of the islands and we tried to do as much as we could while we were there. I would call it the trip of a lifetime. If you've ever considered going to Hawaii, but the expense has kind of put you off, I would recommend finding a way to afford to go. Save up your money, finance the vacation, do a combination of the two, whatever it takes. But it's definitely something that I would recommend somebody go to experience. Do as much as you can while you're there and just take it all in. We liked it so much that we want to go back. In addition to going to the beach and seeing the sights, like going to a real active volcano and Pearl Harbor, we also tried to take in the culture of Hawaii. At first, I was struggling trying to pronounce some of the words. I still struggle with some of the names of places and things, but the longer I was there, the better I got at it. And that's part of the experience, in my opinion. We also tried out the local cuisine. We had real Hawaiian coffee, which is outstanding. We visited a cocoa farm and saw how you make chocolate, real chocolate. We went to the Dole plantation. I finally had poi and poke, which I've wanted to have since I was a little kid. It's nothing special, but it's just something I always wanted to try. We also visited a winery and we went to the Kona Brewing Company on the Big Island of Hawaii. So Kona is on the west side of the Big Island. We actually flew in and out of Kona. Kona Brewing Company has a restaurant there as well as their brewery where they make all of the Kona Brewing Company beer that is sold on the islands. The Kona Brewing Company beer that you buy stateside is made over here. So while we were in Hawaii, I had 3 different beers made by Kona Brewing Company. I had Longboard Lager, which I had tried previously years ago. It tasted the same as it did over here. I had Kona Big Wave, which is a golden ale, and I tried out the Kona Light, which is a blonde ale. In this Cocktails with Squib video, I'm going to talk about Kona Big Wave. So at first I thought Kona Big Wave was a Pilsner. It is not. It is a golden ale, which is something different, although it tastes like a Pilsner to me. I also thought it was a light beer. It is not. It does taste a lot like Kona Light in my opinion, but it is definitely not the same thing. For some of you, if you tried it out, you might think, this just tastes like fill in the blank, bought at the grocery store stateside beer, some sort of Pilsner that you could get here that isn't anything special. And to some extent, you might be a little bit right, but it's actually really good. And it's a very refreshing beer to have after a long day or a long week at work. So here on the stovetop, you can see I have a 12-pack of 12-ounce cans, a 6-pack of 12-ounce glass bottles, and a 25-ounce tall boy can. All of these are available locally in my area at grocery stores or at the local party stores, which is what we would call a package store or liquor store in Michigan. It's also available in a 12-pack of 12-ounce glass bottles, but I haven't seen that anywhere in my area. So Kona Big Wave is 4.4% alcohol by volume, and 12 ounces is 127 calories. On the glass bottles, there's a best by date on the bottom left-hand corner of the label. On the cans, it's on the bottom. So on the packaging for the 6-pack and the 12-pack, as well as on the individual containers, it does say Kona Brewing Company, Fairfield, California, Fort Collins, Colorado, Cartersville, Georgia, Merrimack, New Hampshire, Portsmouth, New Hampshire, Portland, Oregon. Now, I've also read somewhere that this is made for them stateside by Anheuser-Busch, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. So I'll be enjoying a Kona Big Wave in this beer glass that I purchased at Kona Brewing Company on the Big Island. They had a little gift shop there in their restaurant, and I picked this up. So on the front is their logo. It says Kona on top, Brewing Company on the bottom, and it has a lizard in the center. I never did ask them what's with the lizard. And then on the back is a map of the Hawaiian Islands, and here on the west side of the Big Island, you can see a little dot there. That's where Kona is. Now, they do have an online store where you can buy their merchandise. I didn't see this particular beer glass there, but I'll include a link to it in case you wanted to check it out for yourself. And if you happen to visit Hawaii, I definitely recommend stopping in. I also picked up this coaster there and this decal. All right, so I'll go ahead and open up a 12-ounce can. This is cold. So you can see it has a really light color. It's definitely golden. It looks a lot like a Pilsner as well as tastes a lot like a Pilsner. So it's okay in my opinion out of a can, but I do think it is better out of a glass bottle. So if you like a refreshing golden ale or Pilsner and you wanted to have a taste of Hawaii, I think you would enjoy Kona Big Wave. If you've been to the islands and you wanted to have something to remind you of your experience while you were there, especially if you had a big wave while you were on Hawaii, then I think you would enjoy picking up a Kona Big Wave that's made here stateside because it tastes just like the big wave that I enjoyed when I was in Kona. Thanks for watching.